If you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I'm traditionally not really that hyped up about any of the MMOs that come out of the Korean market. I've tried most of them. I've never been that excited about the art style or the grindy nature of the way that the games are typically presented. The most recent one I tried was Lost Ark, and I just didn't really enjoy it. Um, NCSoft is behind Throne and Liberty, and I've been sort of like peripherally keeping an eye on this because it's NCSoft and I do like some of their titles. And it looks somewhat intriguing. The only reason I would even consider playing this is because it's going to be a multi platform release, which means I'm going to be able to play it on the Xbox Series X. It was announced back in February of 2020. Was it 2023? Was it this year? I think recently that Amazon was going to be the publisher for this game in the West, or at least for the Xbox. I don't know about if they're publishing for the PC and PlayStation as well. Um, anyway, supposedly the game is coming out in 2023, mid 2023, and I don't know that much about it yet, other than I've just seen some screenshots and I've watched a couple of video snippets, and I've heard people. It's kind of the rumblings are out there that this is going to be something a lot of, and I do not buy into the whole this is going to be the next big thing, because everybody says that about every MMO that comes out. And we know the statistics. The games come out within 2 to 3 months. They've lost 90% of their audience because that's the way people play games these days. They jump on whatever's the newest title, they play it for 2 or 3 months, and then they're off to the next thing. Doesn't mean these are bad games. It's just the way people play games these days. Lost Ark, New World, whatever. That's just how it goes. Um, I'm also just in the camp of I don't really care about MMORPGs anymore. I do play some old ones because I enjoy some of the nostalgia components. Say EverQuest 2, I play purely for nostalgia. Star Wars: The Old Republic, I play because I still enjoy the story and I love Star Wars. And Lord of the Rings Online, I play because I love Middle Earth and I'm always going to enjoy being able to immerse myself in the world of Middle Earth. But as far as up and coming MMOs, I really can't be bothered because I don't really give a shit about group-based gameplay anymore. I just want to be able to play my single-player experience, and then if I want to dip my toes into multiplayer, I like it when a game has multiplayer as an option. So that being said, I'm definitely looking forward to the Dune MMO from Funcom, even though it's Funcom cringe, but it's Dune and I love Dune. Anyway, there's a director's preview video here, which I think it was published. When is it published here? December 26, 2022. So a few months ago, this was published. I guess there's an article here. This was published, yeah, February of 2023, that Amazon Games and NCSoft are partnered. But anyway, I wanted to take a look through this because I haven't actually seen this video before, and I wanted to look through it, kind of get an idea about Throne and Liberty, think about whether or not this is going to be something I'm going to want to play. I will tell you this much. If it's a buy to play, I'm probably out immediately. If it's free to play, I'll probably go ahead and, there's no risk if it's free to play. But I am really, really skeptical about games where they want me to pony up and spend $60 these days. Or 70 in the case of, more AAA games. I need to know that I'm going to fall in love with a game to be willing to spend $70 on it. I'm not going to go spend $70 on something, on the off chance that I might like it. Whereas with free to play, I like that because I can jump in, it's free to play. I'll know within the first 10 hours if I'm going to like the game enough. And if I do, I'm more than happy to throw like a 3-month block of subscription at it to get my money's worth and to give the company a little bit of support. But I don't just give people $70 just because they have a new title out, because that's way too much to risk on a game that I might just not enjoy beyond the initial, 5 hours, 10 hours. Anyway, let's dive into this video and take a look at what they got. By the way, I'm going to be skim watching this video. I don't need to listen to all the things that are being said. I'm mostly looking for key points. Matter of fact, do they have chapters in this video? They do not. So we have, there's no right way to play an MMORPG. I agree. Let's look at these graphics.
위해 세상 저 너머로 여행을 떠나고 누군가는 세상의 정점이 되고 싶다는 목표로 집단을 만들기도 하며 누군가는 가지고 싶은 것을 위해 부를 축적하고 누군가는 다른 사람과 이야기 나누는 시간을 즐기기도 합니다.
So I'm already seeing the Eastern art style that I'm not a huge fan of. What really gets me with most games is the ooh woo. When it starts to have the ooh woo, that's the stuff that drives me away. I just can't handle the anime factor when it's cranked up, and some of the initial videos I've seen have led me to believe that it's going to have that. Lost Ark has it, and it drove me away. It was one of the that wasn't the only thing that drove me away. Lost Ark had a lot of things in it that drove me away, but one of them was the whole Anyway.
누구든 자기만의 방식으로 다양한 이야기를 만들고 즐길 수 있는 세계.
So he's saying all the things that every single creative director of every single MMORPG has ever said. In our world, you can create your own legendary stories. You're going to play alongside other people, create guilds, have experiences, blah, 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 blah. Marketing speak. I don't care. Show me the gameplay.
바로 이런 커뮤니티를 기반으로 한 전투와 경쟁으로 이루어진 Throne. 환경이 살아있는 월드에서 모험과 자유를 만끽하는 리버티. 그리고 국가와 세대를 초월하여 우리 모두 함께하는
I don't really care about any of the marketing speak he's talking about. So, Liberty.
안녕하세요. TL 캠프의 PD 안종욱입니다. 리버티는 TL의 세계를 구성하는 근간입니다. 리버티라는 뿌리에서 시작해서 사람들이 얽히고 설켜 스론이라는 꽃이 피는 것이 TL이 그리는 세계입니다. 월드는 게임의 가장 핵심적인 요소이자 시작입니다. 거대한 하나의 연결된 구조로 만들어진 월드는 사람과 사람, 사람과 세계를 단절시키지 않고 서로 끊임없이 상호작용하게 해주는 토대입니다. 보통
I will say that it looks good from the flyovers.
지하 던전이라고 하면 입구와 던전이 분리되고 던전 안에서도 여러 층으로 분리된 공간으로 구성하는 경우가 많은데
You're describing every single dungeon that have ever been produced for any game ever.
저희는 그 모든
Sounds like it's open world, seamless, no loading screen.
공간을 하나로 연결했습니다.
Okay, that looks really cool right there.
한 번에 던전의 마지막 층으로 이동할 수도 서로 다른 층에 있는 유저들에게 도움을 줄 수도 피해를 줄 수도 있습니다. 던전의 안과 밖, 위와 아래가 연결됨으로써 공간적인 경험을 모두가 공유하게 됩니다. 그리고 단순히 필드를 뛰어다니는 것만이 아니라 입체적으로 구성된 지형에서
Alright, I gotta say that this sequence right here is actually quite visually stunning because it's showing off an amazing, I'm going to use the word, level of verticality. I know that sounds weird to say it like that, but it shows an amount of verticality that is quite stunning, actually. Going down level. That's actually quite impressive.
자신만의 루트를 만들어갈 수 있습니다. 저희가 월드를 하나의 연결된 구조로 만든 이유는 사람들이 모이고 같이 생활하면서 사회를 구성하고 그 안에서 스스로의 존재감을 찾아가는 것이 MMO의 본질적인 부분이라고 생각했기 때문입니다. 모두가 동시에 게임을 시작해서 같이 역사를 써 나가면서
I mean, I could definitely see some elements of like Guild Wars 2 in here as well. Hey everyone, Renfail here with the commercial part of the video where I say, hey, if you like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. And thanks to all of our supporters here on YouTube and over on Patreon, our highest members, our guild champions, Crazy's Relative, Remy D here on YouTube. And don't forget, if you want to support, it's really easy. You can do the memberships below, the Adventurers Guild, 3 different tiers. There's also the super thanks on any uploaded video or YouTube short that you find. There's also, of course, the super chats and stickers that you could do on any live stream or premiere, and the Patreon page if you want to dive into the fantasy world that I have with my brother and my wife, which is a tabletop game, a point-and-click adventure game, and a fantasy book series. All are great ways to keep this channel going and me going full-time. Thanks again for those of you who support. Let's get back to the video that you're watching now as well. I don't know what engine they're using, but this looks good.
수많은 추억과 경험을 만들고 공유하는 세상을 보여주고 싶었습니다. 날씨와 환경은 현실감을 강화하는 시각적인 효과뿐만 아니라 살아 숨쉬며 유저에게 영향을 주는 유기적인 컨텐츠입니다. 살아있는 월드는 환경 변화에 따라 지형의 형태가 달라질 수도 있고 생명체들의 생태에 변하게 합니다. 환경 변화를 제공할 유저들에게 다양한 잘 적응하고
The
이를
living
활용할 수
world is
있는
all about
유저들에게
adapting environments, and the players who manage to do
다양한
so,
선택지를
a diverse array of options become
제공할 수 있게
available.
합니다.
So it shows the world changing.
환경 변화에 따라 지형의 형태가 달라질 수도 있고 생명체들의 생태에 변화가 생기기도 합니다. 그리고 이런 변화를 통해서 촉발되는
So landscapes can change due to the weather and environmental aspects. That's kind of cool if that's, and I wonder if that's procedural or if that's static, like if they've pre-programmed in a variety of options or if it's actually generally preceded.
콘텐츠들도
Generally preceded, procedurally generated. Talk about speaking in reverse.
존재합니다. 이것은 게임에서 설계한 자연 법칙에 따라 개연성을 가지고 일관되게 나타나는 현상들이고 그래서 이 규칙을 이해하고 응용할 수 있는 유저들은 이런 환경 변화를 스스로 만들어낼 수도 있습니다.
It says players can transform the environment, but I wonder if that's a translation because he talks about those who understand this law can transform the environment. Is that a direct translation?
예측이 가능한 낮과 밤은 앞으로의 플레이에 대한 계획을 세울 수 있게 하고 예측이 불가능한 날씨와 바람은 대응을 요구하게 됩니다.
Okay.
환경은 월드의 끊임없이 작은 변화, 변수를 만들어내는 요소이며 이 변화들은 월드에 생동감을 부여하고 플레이를 다채롭게 만들어줍니다. 월드의 이야기를 만드는 것에도 많은 공을 들였습니다. 궁극적으로 MMO는 유저들이 만들어 나가는 역사가 곧
Man, I just hope you have a better story than Lost Ark, because Lost Ark, that was probably about 70% of why I didn't continue playing Lost Ark. I don't think my final review is out as of the recording of this video, but it is coming out, and I just couldn't. I tried really hard to get into Lost Ark. The story was one of the major reasons. It wasn't the only reason, but it was one of the major reasons because the story was just really bad. The writing was horrific. The voice acting was really, really bad. Ugh.
곧 그 게임의 이야기가 되지만 그 역사가 펼쳐질 무대를 흥미롭게 꾸며놓는 것도 매우 중요합니다. 유저는 과거와 현재, 미래가 이어지는 시점을 초월하는 이야기를 직접 플레이로 경험하면서
Rich legacies and stories that transcend the boundaries of time.
이 세계에 등장하는 수많은 인물들 그리고 그들의
Learn the heartfelt stories of the heroes.
이야기를 알게 되고 이를 통해 이 세계를 더 현실감 있게 느끼고 이해할 수 있습니다.
Now this might be the part that's about the PvP, which I couldn't care less about PvP. I won't participate. It's not, I just don't participate in PvP ever. So if this is the part that's about PvP, I'm just skipping past it.
안녕하세요. TL 캠프의 게임 디자인 디렉터 이문섭입니다. 전투는 MMO의 부정할 수 없는 근간이죠. 앞서 소개드렸던 TL의 월드와 마찬가지로 전투 역시 하나의 결론만을 추구하지 않습니다. TL에서는 어떤 무기를 선택하는
That sounds exactly like Guild Wars 2. Player roles are defined by the weapons they choose. That's exactly how Guild Wars 2 does it. Yes, you can have a class, but the abilities that you have on your hotbar are defined by your weapons. So that's something I'm familiar with. Here it's more along the lines of it says player roles. So if they're translating this correctly, it means that there are no classes in this game. It's just going to be what weapons you choose.
지에 따라 유저의 역할이 결정됩니다. 유저는 게임이 정해놓은 역할인
So it says here, yeah, there's no
클래스에
classes.
갇히지 않고 상황에 맞춰 얼마든지 무기를 전환할 수
Change weapons anytime to suit the situation. So that sounds like a blending of what they've already done with Guild Wars 2 with a more open scenario where they don't even have classes.
있습니다. 두 종류의 무기를 조합하여 사용하는 것이 가능하며 무기 전환을 통해 강점을 극대화하거나 안정적으로 약점을 보완하는 전략을 세울 수도 있습니다. 이 밖에도 위기 상황에
Way too many visual effects happening there. I mean, that's why I said I'm happy to play this on the console because this is going to be like cotton candy for my brain. You know, I'm not going to need to think about anything too much when I play this. This is going to be bright lights and flashy lights and loud sounds.
닥쳤을 때 타이밍에 맞춰 자신을
Okay, you're not telling me anything unique about combat. I've only, skills, weapon skills, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay, now it says we tried to come up with PvP rules
PvP 규칙을
that allows players to decide whether they want to participate or not. So optional PvP is good.
만들고자 했습니다. TL의 필드는
Most of the zones are safe spots. are
대부분
safe.
안전지역이고 보스나 지역
Once competitions like regional events or boss raids begin,
이벤트 등의 경쟁 컨텐츠가 시작되면 해당 영역이 전
certain areas become combat zones. So I like the sound of that. It means that PvP is going to be optional and you don't have to participate unless you want to, at which point you're going to go to a certain area which will transform at a certain point in time for events and guild, bosses, world bosses and things that will become PvP targets. I like the sound of that. Optional PvP.
전투 가능한 지역으로 변경됩니다. 이 경쟁에 참여할지는 전적으로
Proactively
유저가
choose to
선택할 수
participate
있습니다.
or not. Very,
내가
very
위치한
key.
지역에 어떤 컨텐츠가 예정되어 있는지
So you can check what events and competitions are coming up. That's really cool.
미리 알 수 있기 때문에 전략적인 플레이가 가능하고 예상치 못하게 PvP 상황
Make sure that there's no chance to fall into unexpected PvP situations. I like the sound of this. It means that they are actively planning ahead for the people like me who don't want to participate in PvP, while also allowing the people who do want to participate in PvP a maximum amount of opportunities to plan for, strategize, and participate in all of the PvP events that they want to. Good job. That's a thumbs up from me.
상황에 노출되는 일은 없을 것입니다. TL의 월드는 다양한 특색을 가진 유저들이 참여할 수 있으며 20여 분의 정해진 시간 동안 높은 TL의 필드에는 길드다
So they're going to have guild wars, and it's open world PvP to objects that can be acquired only by guilds. Don't care. What's this part here? From the get-go, designed to suit both PC and
는
consoles.
처음부터 PC와 콘솔까지 목표하고
By the way, that is the smartest move a company can make in the modern era, is to design a game for multiple platforms at the same time. Gone are the days of this whole PC master race bullshit where we got to design everything for the PC only. You don't need to. I want cross-platform. I want to be able to play it on my Xbox with my friends who play it on the PC, with my friends who play it on the PlayStation. If you can't do that, if you're a AAA publisher, developer, and you're putting $250 million into a game, and you can't make it cross-platform, you fucking suck. Like, you need to be able to have cross-platform in the modern era. If you don't, get out of here. I don't want to play your game.
개발을 시작했습니다. 각 디바이스에 맞는 전용 UI, UX가 제공되고
So they're showing off the different
또
UIs.
모바일에서도
Ooh, what? Streaming play is also available on mobile. So even though it's not going to be directly available on mobile at launch, you'll be able to stream. So, for example, with the Xbox, I have Ultimate Game Pass on. I don't know if this is available on the PlayStation, but I know with Xbox and the Ultimate Game Pass and everything, I can stream things to my mobile. So this is really cool to be able to know that I can do that.
스트리밍 플레이가 가능합니다. 다양한 디바이스에서 더 많은 유저가 TL을 즐길 수 있도록 준비했습니다.
Come in and
그리고 월드뿐만 아니라 캐릭터 디자인에도 글로벌
킥캣.
유저의 요구에 맞게 많은 노력을 하였습니다. 마을 주민 NPC의 표정과 같은
Hang on, I got sidetracked with Kitty
하였습니다.
Cat. Is that the Where are you going, Pippin? I gotta let a kitty cat out. Hang on, I want to check the art style out a little bit more. Yes, meow meow. Go on. All right. I gotta say the character models didn't look too bad. That's definitely that sort of blend of East and West styles. Which okay, fair enough. Something different. Something different.
글로벌 유저의 요구에 맞게 많은 노력을 하였습니다. 마을 주민 NPC의 표정과 같은 작은 부분까지도 세심히 표현하여
Okay, precise and detailed facial expressions is great, but how's your voice acting? Because I keep going back to Lost Ark. That had some of the most atrocious voice acting that I'd ever heard, ever. I think I gave it a 2 out of 10. It was bad.
사진을 이용하여 외형을 손쉽게 만들 수
Oh, hold up. That's actually really cool. If that's actually in the game like that, hang on, we got to go back a frame. You can build a character based on an actual photo.
사진을 이용하여 외형을 손쉽게 만들 수 있는 AI 커스터마이징 기능도 제공됩니다.
That's cool.
또한 플레이 중에도 다양한 스타일의 외형으로 변경이 가능합니다.
It says you can change your character's appearance anytime during play, so you're not going to be locked into one thing. We promise the game will run as smoothly as possible. I love that line.
들의 쾌적한 플레이가 가능하도록 힘쓰겠습니다.
Looks like they're making it happen
TL의
so far.
메모리얼은 유저들의 진행도에 맞춰 순차적으로 개방되는 다이나믹 컨텐츠입니다. (5년) 전 디렉터스 컷 행사를 통해
So this is 5 years ago he introduced Throne of Liberty, so it's been in development for quite a while now. So yeah, color me intrigued. The fact that the PvP is optional, fully consensual, has me saying, you know, if this is free to play, I'm definitely gonna play it. If it's a box cost, I would just have to see how it slots into my schedule of existing games, because my schedule this year is already pretty full with titles that I've already pre-ordered and or have access to with the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. So it would just depend. I won't touch it if it's subscription based, but I highly doubt it would be subscription based, because if I had to guess, it's going to probably go the way of Guild Wars 2, which means it'll be a box price and then free to play after that. But it could be free to play. We never know. I don't think they've addressed that yet. So I'm intrigued. I'm interested. I have no idea if I'll play this game or not, but it's at least something I'm keeping an eye on. Unlike, say, Dune, which I know I will absolutely be playing Dune, regardless of monetization or anything else, because I love the IP. This is one of those ones I'll keep an eye on. Love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, stay safe, everybody. Happy gaming.